Hey, what is going on, party people? Greg Jenkins here from House Monkey Pod. And I want to share two solutions that I think help simplify a campaign that I shared just the other day. Here, let me first give you the context for this scenario. The original question came from a member of mine, shout out to Deborah, who hosts an event on the last Sunday of every month. And in the days leading up to the event, 3 days before, 2 days before, and on the day of, wants to have reminders going to the event attendees. And then we want that process to repeat itself each month. But the challenge here is that the event is always on the last Sunday. But that varies from month to month. Sometimes there are 4 Sundays in a month, sometimes there are 5 Sundays in a month. And so we needed a dynamic way to figure out how to get those reminders scheduled so that each month they're going to go out at the right time and remind people when that month's event is. So the campaign I shared, you're welcome to go check it out, was fine. And it solved 90% of the problem, but I knew that it wasn't perfect. So in my video, I invited people to share how they might streamline it, how they might improve it, right? And I got one response from Christine. Shout out to Christine with Measurable Genius. And I want to share it with you because I actually like Christine's solution better than my own. So let's take a look.
Hey Greg, I would have done it slightly differently than you, so I'd love to get your feedback on this. So I would start my campaign with the onboarding tag. I would then shoot them into this sequence, add more tags. I would use this module to then push them into the set the custom date field for the last Sunday of the month sequence, and I would remove them from this this sequence. Then once they're in here, I would set this up like this. So I know that the last Sunday in November is the 27th. So I've set up this timer to run from the 1st to the 27th at 8 a.m. for November. And the reason I think that should be done like that is because we don't know when a new client will enter the program. So I don't want them to be uh, removed or not added to the reminder sequence. So I'm capturing them right up, well, basically an hour before that last Sunday email goes out. Okay, so I've set that up like that. I've added the date here to the custom field. I've also then added this where I'm going to select the campaign, obviously, and then I'm going to put them into the reminder sequence and then remove them from this sequence altogether. So once they're removed from this sequence, they enter into this one here. I am going to set off these individually by timers based on the custom field. So this is 3 days before, which would be the Thursday, 1 day before, Saturday, the day of at 9 a.m. will be the Sunday reminder. Then what I'm doing here is I'm going to wait 1 day after the Sunday custom field data, and then I'm going to push them back up into the set the custom date field for the last Sunday of every month. So once they've hit that, they're going to go up here. That would be the sequence here. I know from looking here that the last Sunday of the month is the 25th. Okay, so I'm going to go here and set my timer up from the 1st to the 25th at 8 a.m. on December. Okay, then I'm going to remove them from this campaign again and put them back into the reminder sequence. Okay, then it would be just like a rinse and repeat. Doom, boom, boom, and then we'd rinse and repeat here. They'd end up back in this sequence. The last one that I would build in this particular run or sequence would be basically the same, other than I'm adding an internal email to myself because there's no way I'm ever going to remember to come back to this sequence unless I get a reminder. So I'm going to just set up an email saying, hey, this campaign, this sequence needs to be reset. And it'll Infusionsoft will just send me a reminder, and then of course I will push them over to the reminder sequence and remove them from here. So that's about it for that section. This section is we would offboard people obviously from our 90-day program or whatever it is. So if they get that tag based on a timer in a different sequence, they will be offboarded from these sequences here, and then we would offboard here. This one down here is the unsubscribe from reminders. We've been doing this for a while as a best practice, where we're putting like a small button at the bottom of each email saying that, if you don't want these reminders anymore, please push this button. We're finding success in that by not having them unsubscribe from our lists totally. We do want to remark it to these people, but we want to give them an out. So basically, we've created a tag, we put it at the bottom of the emails, and then we send them into here, this sequence, which removes them removes the tags, and then obviously removes them from this sequence. We don't want anybody left dead in these sequences. So yeah, I'd love your feedback. If you think this is good, or if you would do something differently, I would, I would love to hear what you think. Thanks.
Like I said, I think Christine's campaign is clean, is elegant, and is an improvement over what I shared the other day. Now, it does still require some manual intervention, right? And if the objective here is to automate it entirely, I don't see a way to do that natively just yet. But Devin also commented on one of my posts and shared an idea that he mocked up using plus this's calculate the date feature, which is an extra add-on tool, but it reduces the need for manual intervention because it can calculate the last Sunday of the month dynamically. So shout out to Devin up in Lethbridge, Alberta, I believe. And let's take a look at his solution.
What is up, Gregory? If the person is open to trying a little thing called Plus This, they got this lovely what's the date feature, which could, I think, fully automate this process. Hey, take today. So assuming today is in the month of the day of the meeting, which I'll show you how to do that in a second. Find the nth occurrence of a day. Find the last Sunday. I believe that's when you said it was. And as long as that's after today, obviously. And then just store that date in a date field. So pretty straightforward there. So today is November 11th. It could work for this, right? They come in here, run that plus this. It's going to say, oh, let's find the last Sunday. And we go like this. And the last Sunday is November 27th. And then it's going to put that into a specific field. And then we're going to apply a tag or start some type of looping campaign. Just start it back over again. You want to remove those trigger tags, obviously. But then, yeah, you got this is like run on the Thursday, run on the Saturday, run on the Sunday, and then wait, 9 days after. So no matter what, that's going to be into the subsequent month. And then apply the tag to hit them up back to the beginning. And then at that point, 8-9 days after the 27th would be December 4th. You're into December already. Hey, and then it's going to find the last day of this month, last Sunday, and around and around we go. So I think that'll work. If I'm missing something, my bad. And once again, if this person wants to be completely native to keep, not using any third-party tools, then Greg, your solution is the bomb.
So there you have it. You have some options for cleaning up the automation internally using only native features and having a small amount of manual intervention, or we have an option for automating this entirely using one of my personal favorite third-party plugins, Plus This. And if you don't yet have Plus This and you want to check it out, you can check out the pricing, check out the features, and start a free trial at monkeypodmarketing.com/try Plus This. Thanks to Christine and thanks to Devin for sharing their solutions, and thanks to Deborah for the initial question. If you have any comments, or if you also see a way to further simplify this or any of the campaigns that I share, feel free to drop a comment below. Thanks for watching.